Welcome to our fifth session here, and here we'll be looking at how to calculate. So we say calculating angles from a ratio, from a trig ratio, and we'll look at reciprocals of our ratios. Reciprocals of ratios. Alright, so let's do with the first one. How to calculate angles from a given ratio. Alright, for example, given that of this angle theta equals to 0,5, what is the value of this angle? So there is a particular angle that will give us 0,5. What is that angle? Alright, this is what we do. Solution. So sine theta equals to 0,5. What we then do is we say theta will be equal to the inverse of that. So sine, there's a negative 1, and then 0,5. We are reversing our ratio now. Let's go check quickly how we get an answer. We use our calculators here. And how do you get that? We go to our shift function and press sine. Do you see that sign there? Alright, if it was cos, then I'll go press cos. I'll do that example for us. So above your sine button there is an inverse of sine there. And then you put your value 0,5. What is the angle going to be? Angle is 30. So 30 degrees. We can confirm to check our answer. What is sine 30? If you remember your special angles, sine 30 equals to half, 0,5. And we're done. That's how it works. Let's check another one out. We'll look at a few more examples. Look at this one. Tan theta minus 4,123 equals to 0. Now we can treat this more like an algebra expression. So what do we then do? Quickly here. We can move the 4,123 over and isolate this one. So what we have? Tan theta equals to 4,123. Now what is theta? So the whole idea is to isolate the trig ratio. Again, we go to our calculator. This time around it is shift tan, 4,123. And what is our answer? 76,37 degrees. So theta is 76,37 degrees. Okay, let's do so many examples. We're going to do another one just now. Okay, a third example here would be this. 2 cos theta is equal to 1,124. What do? We can divide both sides by 2. Remember, this is 2 multiplied, so it's still algebraic. So our cos theta, therefore, so we say 1,124 divided by 2, and that will give us 0,562. 0,562. Therefore, theta will be what? Shift there. So we call it arc cos. Arc cos. And then we go to our calculator, shift cos 0,562. And what do we have? 55,81. 55,81 degrees. Let's play around with so many more examples. Cos 2 theta equals to 0,435. Alright, please note, this one you cannot divide because this angle is together. So you cannot divide by 2 at first. We need to get this whole expression. So we say 2 theta, that's the angle, equals to shift cos, which is arc cos 0,435. Go to our calculator. Alright, so it's shift cos 0,435, and that will give us what? 64,214. Alright, 64,214. Okay, so we have 64,2147, and it continues. But that is 2 theta. Now, algebraically, what do? We divide both sides by what? 2. So I'm just going to say my answer here divided by 2. And what we have? 32,11 degree. So we have 32,11 degrees. Okay, more examples. I'm loving these examples. Half 10 2x equals to 3. Okay. Half 10 2x, so our angle is x in this case. Divide both sides by 1/2 so that this half can divide. So what do you have? Tan 2x would therefore be equal to 6. Remember, you cannot divide now by 2. You need to find this angle first. So 2x equals to what? Arc 10, 6. So let's go do that. What do we have? Shift 10, 6. 80,5. Oh, can we just divide? Alright, 80,5. I'm trying to now, since mathematics is okay, whatever answer we get, can we just divide that answer now by what? By 2. Now we getting smarter with the whole steps. So what we have? 40, what? 27. 40, 27. Don't forget degrees. Okay, let's check another example. Sine x plus 10 equals to 0,678. Remember, this is a whole angle itself. So can I get that angle? X plus 10 equals to what? Arc sine 0,678. Calculators now, what do we have? Shift sine 0,678. Close the bracket. 42,6875. 42,6875. But remember, it is x plus 10. What do we do algebraically? We move the 10 over, then becomes what? A negative. So what do we have? Minus 10. That will give us 32,69 degrees. Alright, so that is how we work through. Let's work through a few more examples. Sine theta equals to 1. Now you do that quickly, pause the video, you do that, and let's see what your answer would be. So you're done. Theta would be what? Shift sine of 1. Okay, and what's the value of that? If you follow the last video, you should have an expectation of your answer. Shift sine of 1, 90. So theta is what? 90 degrees. Okay, this one is on you. 4 cos theta equals to 2. 4 cos theta equals to 2. What do you do here? Isolate the trig ratio. I'm sure you're trying to work it out. Alright? So what do you have? You paused the video, right? And you got your answer. So cos theta will be 2/4. So cos it, and that's half. Now what is theta? The arc cos of 0,5. And what would that give us? Now I'm going to ask us to start using our special angle idea now. 60. Let me give you 2 more activities to do on this. 2 10 x minus 45 equals to 1. Alright? You do that, pause the video, and get the answer. Sure you're done. 10x minus 45 degrees equals to 1 over 2. That is dividing both sides, right? X minus 45 degrees, therefore, is what? Shift 10, 1 over 2. X minus 45 degrees. Alright, let's go again. Shift 10, a half. Or you can just simply type 0,2 again. This is going to be 26,565. Alright, 26,5650, and it continues. What will I do? I need to move the 45, alright, and it becomes positive there. So it's 26,5650 plus 45, and that will simply give us 71. 71,57 degrees. You just confirm by saying plus 45. 71,57. Okay, the last one on this. So this is very, very straightforward. 3 sine 3x plus 30. This is actually putting everything we've done now in one question. Equals to 3. Oh, okay, I'm expecting that you will be able to get this correctly. Sure you're done now. Alright, what do we have? Divide both sides by 3. That's what I will do. So what do I have? Sine 3x plus 30. Remember that in the bracket equals to what? 1. So what do we have? 3x plus 30 equals to arc sine of 1. Alright, 3x plus 30 equals to. Can we then go again? That should give us 90. But let's just do it. Now it's shift sign of -1. No, not negative, sorry. +1. And that gives us what? 90. So what do we say? 3x equals to 90 minus 30. What do we have? 3x equals to what? 60. Divide both sides by 3. X equals to what? 20 degrees. Now I want to look at something very tricky here. Look at this set of questions. Sine x plus 1 equals to 1, and sine x plus 1 in bracket equals to 1. These questions are totally different from each other. Here, my angle is this. Alright? But here, my angle is that. So what do I do from here? First, I isolate my trig ratio by moving that 1. So sine x will be equal to 1 minus 1. Sine x will be equal to what? 0. And that will be what? The shift. Okay. And we're going to check our answer again. Alright. And we need to get used to our special angles. X equals to 0 degrees. Let's see what we're going to have here. X plus 1, that's the angle, will be equal to shift sign of 1. And by my special angle, I know that that is equal to what? 90 degrees. But because we're just getting used to all of that, let's go check. 90 degrees. Now what is x? X equals to 90 minus 1. X equals to what? 89 degrees. So I need you to understand the dynamics of the algebra when it comes to trig. Alright, the bracket alone just changes the whole perspective. In the first case, my angle is only x, but in this case, my angle is x plus 1. Alright, so that's how to deal with a whole lot of that. Okay, now let's look at reciprocals. Of our trig ratios. When I say reciprocal, what does it mean? if I have my sine as opposite over hypotenuse, do you remember that, right? Remember we have SOHCAHTOA. This is basically sine over 1. Now, if I reciprocate it, I'm going to have 1 over sine, and that will be equal to what? Hypotenuse over what? Opposite. What is the name of 1 over sine? 1 over sine is actually called cosec. This is called cosec. So basically we're saying cosec is equal to 1 over sine. So that is one thing we need to know. Alright, so cosec, if I put my angle there, then I would have cosec theta equals to 1 over sine. That's the first one. So we're dealing with cosec, which is 1 over sine. Alright. The second one, alright, let me just go straight to what the second one is. Secant, which we can simply just call sec, is 1 over cos theta. By the way, what is cos theta? Remember, cos theta is adjacent over hypotenuse. What does that tell you? It tells you that sec theta therefore is hypotenuse over adjacent, the reciprocal. Alright, we're going to summarize the 3 in just a moment. The third one would be tan. Alright, what is my tan again? Opposite over adjacent. We can find the reciprocal by calling it cotangent, but we just call it a short form of cot. Cot will be equal to 1 over tan, and that is adjacent over what? Opposite. Okay, so that's the reciprocal. Just very straightforward. Let's go right the 3. First we have our sine theta. So we have cos theta car, and we have tan theta over SOHCAHTOA. Now, what is the reciprocal of sine? Cosec theta is 1 over sine theta. What about cos? What is cos? Sec theta is 1 over cos. And tangent cotan, which is just cot, equals to 1 over what? Tan theta. So we need to know basically this. So sine is for cosec, cos is for sec, and tan is cot. So sine for cosec, cos for sec, and tan for cot. Alright, so that is called reciprocals of our trig functions, your sine, your cosine, and your tangent. So we do have cosec, sec, and cot, which is cotangent. So the reciprocal, very, very important. Now we're going to go into an activity session where we look at a few questions on what we've done from the first video up until this video, just putting the whole thing together on sine and cosine and tangent and our co-ratios as well. So we're just going to put all of that together and look at a few activities.